What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show. And today we're going to talk about it. The New York Giants pushed the nuclear button and announced that Jaxon Dart will be the starter for their next game, for the New York Giants' next game this Sunday, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of Giants fans excited about this. The only thing I could do when it comes to the Giants fans is just laugh. That's all you can do. Because there's no... Y'all pull the plug. You guys are pulling the plug super early on Russell Wilson. When you talk about week 4 of the season, after him coming off of a pretty stellar game against the Cowboys. But again, I understand. But this right here was nuclear button option. Being as though they've already talked about the fact that they have a few plays that Jaxon Dart can run. And that they have a package for him to run. Then to sit up there and not hold off until there was a chance for him to actually build some confidence in a game, what you do is you start him in a game against one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now, in the Los Angeles Chargers. Giants, what are you doing? But what is to be expected from two guys who we saw on Hard Knocks do something that was so silly, it made no sense. Even to the point at where you draft yourself a very elite receiver, no doubt about that, but you have no quarterback for him to throw to. You have no quarterback to throw to him. So now you sit up there and you look crazy because now you're going to start a guy that you said you got to now run packages for, which means that it's not going to take teams long to figure out what the packages are. And then you're going to probably murder his confidence in the process because he's going to be going up against the Los Angeles Chargers, who are playing very well right now. And I know a lot of Giants fans are going to hear this and they're going to be like, but John, we saw Green Bay, we saw the Browns upset Green Bay. You're not the same team. You're not that team. Not only that, the Chargers, coached by Jim Harbaugh, is not going to come into the game feeling like, oh, we could just lay down and that'll be it. No, that's not going to be the case. I mean, and understand this. A lot of teams already got all they need on Jaxon Dart. I bet you some money that in the game coming up against the LA Chargers, we will see the Chargers blitz and go man-to-man on defense. Or do single high safety. Why? Because that's what they did in college to Jaxon Dart. They did the exact same thing in college to Jaxon Dart. They blitzed them, and then did single high safety and did man coverage across the board. I get it because you need a spark. I understand. But when you think about what's coming out next year quarterback-wise, and the fact that you took Jaxon Dart this year, how great is he really going to be? How amazing is Jaxon Dart really going to be? I mean, a lot of y'all think that it's okay to sit up there and just blow it on the fact that it's like, okay, well, we ain't got nothing else to do. to see the Giants go nuclear on their quarterback already, especially when you still got Jameis Winston still on your roster. Like, you didn't even think to say, well, let's give Jameis a try. Nah, we're going to go straight to Jaxon Dart. He's our future. I understand the reason for this, because I'm pretty sure that John Mara is flipping his lid right now as he watches Daniel Jones become a stellar quarterback in somebody else's system. And watch as the Daniel Jones he thought he had drafted, or his front offices had drafted and given an opportunity, is now over there with a former Eagles coach looking like he's very good right now. And we're watching this in real time. We're watching in real time the Giants sit up there and basically obliterate their team, and sit up there and watch as what I said should have happened last year, them not fire Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll. Even though Joe Schoen has kind of distanced himself a little bit from the Jaxon Dart pick, oh, if this goes bad, oh, it's gonna be bad. Because now you're talking about Brian Daboll has been just surviving off the conversation of how he was the one who developed Josh Allen. And yet what we've seen is not only that Brian Daboll hasn't developed anybody, but at the same time, what are we really looking at when it comes to his offense? How does Daniel Jones go from a completely different offense, goes from one offense to a completely different offense and look like a completely different quarterback? And I get that a lot of fans are going to say, he didn't have an offensive line and things like that, but he had enough that would have set up there and made it easy for him to make plays. So at this point now, you watch Saquon Barkley have a phenomenal season last year. And now this year, Daniel Jones is looking like he could possibly be on the march to a league MVP if he keeps the playing up that he does. Now, at this point, John Mara's probably sitting in his office looking at this and is like, so if it was, Brian Daboll, you told me it was Daniel Jones. You told me it was Daniel Jones. Joe Schoen, you sat up there and wanted us to go with a different quarterback. Y'all both said it was Daniel Jones. Then you said something about, well, let's give Daniel Jones all the weapons, put all the things around him. We get rid of him, and now he's super successful in Indianapolis. How does that happen? Giants fans, I get it. Y'all may seem happy, y'all may get excited and everything like that, but y'all push the nuclear option at this point. Brian Daboll might be the first to be fired in this season. He might be the first coach fired this year. And if so, rightfully so. Because there's no way you telling me that you had two really good players in your backfield. Because again, this is just on the basis of what Daniel Jones has done so far. Saquon Barkley last year, we already knew he was an elite running back. They had Xavier McKinney there. Whew. Man, Giants fans, I do kind of feel for y'all, but not much, because all it does is just help Washington even more, because we're going to need these games. We're going to need a lot of them. So yeah, I mean, for us, it's a benefit for us Commanders fans. It's a big benefit for us. But to see your team going down this way, it's sad. Because again, I was one of the people that said, "Hey, you should have fired Joe Shane and Brian Daboll after they both focused only on Jaden Daniels and not on the rest of that quarterback class from 2024. Giants fans, I'm going to give y'all the open forum. This is the Frustrated Fan Sports Show. Let me know how y'all feel. Tell me what y'all think. How do y'all feel about this? Do y'all feel that this was a nuclear option that was pushed? How many of y'all are comfortable with this move? Not only that, comfortable with the fact that they're starting him in the LA Chargers game, of all games. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Other than that, this has been your man John Fortune, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.